Welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. After a long delay, we got players in. It is 8:15 now. If they arrived right now, this would have been a DQ. But ReGen got their players in just under the wire. We are live. 2-minute delay. Just keeping the chat up to date. Hope you enjoyed the music that was playing in the interim. That is Braid. That is still one of my favorite kind of puzzle platformers. Was a great game. Amazing soundtrack, though it's hard to realize how amazing the soundtrack is when you're playing the game because you rewind a lot and the music rewinds when you rewind. And on like World 3 specifically, when you run left and right, it actually plays the music forwards and backwards. Or when you're running left, it's backwards, right forwards. So it's here we are. We got in. We are live. We are getting into it now. Team dynamics on the left, ReGen on the right. ReGen been having a tough go of it here in Division A East. Currently finding themselves down near the bottom of the standings. 1 draw, 6 losses. Team dynamics clinging for dear life to playoff eligibility. 8 points. UCF Death Knights at 7 behind them. So they really need this win to keep themselves in the playoff race. ReGen, it's going to take a miracle for them to make playoffs at this point. But you don't want to go quietly into that good night. And they're going to show up tonight, I hope. Well, I say they're going to show up tonight. They've barely showed up. But hopefully in the game, they do more than barely play. We'll see. Maiev Phoenix ban, nothing too surprising on this map. Maiev really denies rotations aggressively on this map, makes it a pain in the ass to rotate. Phoenix, great wave clear, can act as the solo laner or can work in the rotation. So very versatile hero. If you draft it, you can kind of hide a lot about how you want to play the map. Let's get into the first pick here. Garrosh, very potent on this map, but so is Joanna. You could see the Malfurion because of the kind of tight spaces the root can go along. We're going to see the Stukov, and I like that first pick. If you're rotating as 4, committing to the 4-man, or even just have a 3-man rotation, one good spread, basically makes Stukov manaless for most of the game. So it's a good pick. Question now is, do you grab Malfurion if you're ReGen? Do you grab that other S-tier support? Or do you maybe go something like Garrosh Hanzo or Diablo Hanzo? Hanzo is the best ranged assassin up at the moment. Diablo apparently going to get some nerfs soon. But coming up, Malfurion Diablo, so best tank, best support available. But that does give Hanzo potentially over to the other team. Could see a Garrosh come out as well. Could be Garrosh Junkrat. Junkrat, pretty good on this map because of the small size. There's a lot of places you can put your trap down, get a lot of value off it. The good wave clear, the good poke over the wall to enable the Spider Queen. It's a viable pick here, even over the Hanzo. I would still expect Hanzo to go here. Question is, do we see a focus on the solo laner, grabbing something like Sonya? Or do they really want that Garrosh tank and go into the Garrosh? It's going to be Garrosh Hanzo. So if I'm predicting the meta this well and the drafts this well, please balance. Please don't nerf Stukov and Malfurion, by the way. Buff the other supports. But anyway. It's going to be ban coming out now. You could deny a solo laner, since you know you're going to get your next pick of it. Could deny... The risk is if you deny a solo laner, they're probably going to deny one as well. So if you ban out Sonya, they'll probably ban out Blaze or Malthael. But if there's one in particular you want, maybe you don't ban that. And maybe you ban out something like that Junkrat, or that Medivh. Medivh, that's a good ban. Actually, come to think of it, I really think I would have liked to have seen ReGen take Medivh here over over banning it. I think if they took Medivh, that would actually play better into their comp. With the style of comp they have, the Malfurion with effectively global heal range, Diablo loves to get into the back to charge. So I guess maybe it's just not a comfort or something they haven't practiced. What is gonna be the next ban, though? Looking at the other side, you could deny the Junkrat or the Greymane. You could also deny... So one of the things I may have liked to have seen ReGen deny is the Jaina. She's gotten a lot of play with the Garrosh. But you could actually deny it here if you're worried that they're going to pick up something like Jaina Blaze, hit him with the old Icy Hot. The old Icy Hot. What's it going to be? It's going to be a... Tracer. Tracer's kind of fallen off a bit, but she's still pretty strong on this map. Doesn't have great wave clear, but what she lacks in wave clear, she makes up in pick potential. And you could have gone something like a Tracer Gul'dan. Gul'dan being the kind of ranged poke damage, Tracer going in for the pulse bomb finishes. Here I'd like to see either Sonya or Blaze, and then one of your damage dealers. I think Junkrat is a great choice here. Just because it can punish Garrosh if he steps up, or puts Stukov out of position if he tries to silence. I could see a Jaina, though. But I do... You could also hold your solo lane and try to get a counter. There's the Junkrat. They're going to get Leoric. I don't know how I feel about Leoric. Just because Hanzo can really poke Leoric down quite a bit. I think that Blaze and Sonya are just better in the solo lane. Now Leoric can be good on this map. Specifically, just because scouting on this map is very important, and Spooky Spooky Ghost is a great way to do it. I think if they wanted Leoric, they maybe could have saved it for 5th pick, but I guess they want it now. Does that mean they're going to try to go into a Jaina later? The problem with Leoric I'm thinking about is, like, Entomb doesn't really pair well with Junkrat. Junkrat wants to separate someone and then blow them up. Entomb wants to use Entomb as an engagement. It does pair well with the Diablo Entomb charge. Not really the Junkrat, because Junkrat's not really a bursty damage dealer. Tychus, Malthael. So Malthael going to be the solo laner into the Leoric. I think it's a good choice. Getting Tychus as well, who could actually lane against Leoric if needed. And into the Malfurion, who is a Genji. So they have a Genji. Solo tank, well, not triple assassin, Leoric, excuse me. But the Leoric does make Garrosh life unpleasant in team fights because of his percent damage. Still, though, with the Tychus Malthael, they are definitely going to try to kill that Diablo quick. See if Diablo can stand up to the pressure. But it's going to be an interesting game. So, as we said, Team Dynamics right now trying to close out a playoff bid. That's their goal. They're currently at 8th, so they are at the absolute deepest position you can be and still make playoffs. So a loss here would really hurt them, because ReGen, given that they're at the bottom of the standings, needs to be a team they get a win against, just relative to the other teams they're competing with. ReGen has been a veteran team. They've been around, I believe, since Season 2 in Nexus Gaming Series, and I believe they have history in Chair League before that. Just not been a great season for them due to a number of reasons. There's still a lot of veterans here, though. So I wouldn't count them out. If they show up well, they could make plays. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to jump into the map here now. Team Dynamics versus ReGen. Game 1 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game 2 going to be on that battlefield that is most eternal. On the left side, it's going to be Tempest on Genji. Ravenex going to be on Stukov. Darabo going to be on Garrosh. Captain Muramask Captain Muramask is on Garrosh. I saw, like, the tentacles on Tychus, and I'm like, yeah, those are Garrosh's shoulder pads. No, that's Tychus. Over here on the right. Also, I said Hanzo was Genji. Anyway, So Lucky going to be on Genji. Kupalin gonna be on the Diablo, Murda gonna be on Leoric, Professor Bobo on that Malfurion, and Penguin for the win going to be on Junkrat. Junkrat poking in with those grenades. Pretty standard talent choice level 1. We are seeing the redemption rather than something like a W build out of the Hanzo. The Orc actually going with Fealty Unto Death, which is kind of a unique Tomb of the Spider Queen pick. Otherwise, pretty standard talent choices. And certainly Redemption is a pretty standard talent choice for Hanzo. Just on this map specifically, I've seen sometimes the W build. Kubalin trying to step up into the Garrosh. Needs to be careful, though. He can get flipped under tower. Now charging him in. There's a root. Garrosh, though, not the easiest target to kill. And now Kubalin silenced. Kubalin in a lot of trouble here. And gonna go down. Not really the best step up there. Team wasn't really there to follow up, and Garrosh is tricky to kill. Can't make too many of those mistakes. But, rotationally, still doing pretty well. Down here in the bottom, Summer Ash doing pretty well here into Murda at the moment. Level 4 is where... Now, Summer Ash actually did go into Fear the Reaper rather than, say, on a Pale Horse. I actually really like that choice on this map. The map is very, very small. Getting the Fear the Reaper, allowing the hyper mobility there. I could even see an argument for the extended Wraith Strike range on this map. But I definitely like that talent choice. I think that's the right one, too. If Diablo flips you on Malthael, you just pop that and you just zip on out of there. Good choice. See, I don't always criticize talent choices. Just support. Anyway. Junkrat still poking in. Despite that early pickoff, we are seeing ReGen. They're keeping up in the soak. Right now, pressuring in on the top. Still, though, slight XP lead on the side of Team Dynamics. Raven X... Tempest pushed out there by the Junkrat concussion mine. Penguin for the win, trying to just be as annoying as possible. And we do have a pause here, as Murda has DC'd. So, we will try to get back into this. Be right back here. Alright, everyone, sorry about that. We are back. Quick DC. You never know when it's going to be quick or long. That's what she said. Anyway, Tychus clearing up the top lane right now, just getting the passive soak. And now backing up safely. So far, both teams really playing around each other, but the soak advantage is definitely tilting slightly in favor of Team Dynamics. As now Hanzo coming down to poke in onto Murda. Just make Murda's life miserable. But meanwhile, here comes the engage, trying to get onto it. There is the root onto Garrosh, and Garrosh, or Tychus, excuse me, goes down. I see shoulder pads, and I think it's Garrosh, guys. Those tentacles on Tychus look like shoulder pads. F's in chat for big shoulders. Big shoulders dying there. So lucky, trying to trade with Hanzo. Not going great, gonna back up. Now, charging into Tempest. There's Genji, and they get a kill. So there's 2 kills. Quick in succession. Bang, bang. Onto the 2 ranged damage dealers. And ReGen's starting to make some plays happen here. Now we do see the Treant out of Malfurion. It's an interesting choice. It's good for blocking skill shots, but here, I guess it could be okay for blocking the Stormbow. Generally, on this map, I do like that added range and duration, just because it blocks off a choke point for just so long. But I can respect that choice. Both teams still just kind of poking back and forth. Kupalin maybe looking for a flank here on the Raven X. There's the charge. But now actually getting flipped away from Garrosh, and that is going to be a dead Diablo. like the idea of trying to get onto Stukov. He's squishy, but there's a Tychus on the other team, and he did go the bigger they are. It is going to hurt. And that time, it absolutely hurt. Interesting hopelessness, going with the added range. Now, the added range does give actually a little bit faster of a travel speed. So that can be useful into this Malthael. Here comes a gank attempt now. So Lucky kind of giving away. Now, it looks like So Lucky might be looking at Siege that are just pushing up. No, they're just going to push up with the Web Weaver. Focus bot lane. Top lane already cleared up here. Spooky Ghost, thinking of going in. Backs up. Still focusing the towers. Minions soaking it. Kupelin going in very aggressive once again. There's the flip. Flipped out of the root though, but here is the Drain Hope. Can they get Summer Ash with it? Yes, they do. Third kill there for ReGen. Here comes the rotation. Tychus potentially going to look for a flank, but there's no real CC to protect him. He's going to have to back up. That was a 5-man focus on the bottom for ReGen, but they managed to get bot wall. They didn't really get any other structure value, but still, with that kill, they're a little bit ahead in XP. Going to be able to catch some soak here, and that puts them ever so slightly closer to 10. Like, seriously, the shoulder pads and the shoulder pad. I know they're not shoulder pads, but it's like he kind of looks like Garrosh when I'm expecting Garrosh. I don't know. I feel bad. So Lucky trying to trade into Tempest once again. Needs to be very careful. Gets out. Living on the edge. Here comes the rotation bot. They're potentially going to 5-man this. Tychus is still top, soaking at the moment. So Lucky moving in. Now has the Ray Strike. There's a flip. So Lucky in a lot of trouble. There is the Ray Strike again. Getting on to Genji for the kill. So Lucky being a little bit too ambitious with that. I don't... There's no way he's getting a kill off that. And it's just... I think he's doing it to be annoying. But when you're diving in like that, you're using your Swift Strike to engage. And then... trying to cyber agility out. It's just not going to work into this Garrosh, into this Hanzo, into this Malthael. So I think it was a mistake there. Blue going for the turn-in. Darabo does have 26. If Darabo goes top, they could split the defenders. Right now, they're trying to let Raven turn in. But Raven needing to dodge the Drain Hope. Now Genji coming in for the interrupt. Here comes the Riptire into the APOC. Summer Ash getting stunned out. Dragon's Arrow might be able to get Summer Ash away. But Summer Ash is going to go down, but the silence and the last right. Pardon me. Sorry about that. That turnaround was so strong it made me sneeze. Murda going down, Genji going down there. They had a good engage, but just that Dragon's Arrow, the silence, and the poke from Hanzo with Tychus, it was just enough to secure some kills. And now Team Dynamics has a chance to push in and get a lot of value. And, oh boy, Murda respawns, gets thrown in, and dies immediately. Let's take a look at Tychus' damage here. Not as high as I thought. I guess Hanzo's doing a lot of it, but that bigger they are is just scary when it hits. Kupelin trying to rotate around, trying to get back to base. Charges a minion. There's the silence front gate. Kupelin does manage to get there. 5-man push here onto mid. Junkrat still defending bot. Spider up top completely unmolested at the moment. Murda taking a ton of damage. Now using the Ray Strike, but not even going to get out. And that is like Murda's 3rd death in a row there. Needing to play a bit more carefully. It's just like, it seems like ReGen kind of got a little bit cocky maybe, and I don't think they've readjusted yet, because they're playing these incredibly aggressive plays to get what is effectively meaningless poke. Like, Genji Swift strikes in and gets some decent damage out. Cool. But, like, okay, now he's on the other side of the team and he's not going to get away. Like, just not the cleanest play at the moment. ReGen gonna need to clean it up to be able to win this game. Top 4 taken down. That's gonna be 13s. We do see the root combo out of Stukov. Always a fan favorite. And by fan favorite, I mean me. I like that talent. I'm not really a fan of either of these teams, but I am a fan of Hots, and I am a fan of Stew Roots. Stew Roots OP, but it's going to be a doubled up blue wave. Bruiser was started, so blue is going to be aware that this is coming. Genji trying to dismount, but they don't have time to clear this. Garrosh might just step up onto this point. They're not letting it reset yet. Are they going to take this? They are going to get them Bruiser. So now, seeing this Bruiser, we're seeing a rotation. Team Dynamics going to go top. ReGen going to defend mid first, clear it up. Bottom still has the fort, but there is no wall, so I expect the main attention of ReGen will go towards this defense on top. See what they do. So Lucky looking for the flank over the wall. Now moving in with the team. Leoric is not here at the moment. Leoric is mid. So this is 4v5 on this defense. Wall is down. Leoric potentially looking for a flank once again. Garrosh trying to find someone to flip. But just not enough damage coming out here from ReGen to really punish how aggressive Garrosh is being. There's the taunt. Tried to throw Genji. Ooh, Twilight Dream into the concussion mine. Now a stun. They're focusing on Garrosh, but Murda gonna go down to that last right. Still, Dragonblade gonna claim. Is it gonna claim a second? There's the flailing swipe, but Raven X getting left behind into the root. Raven X is gonna go down. So Lucky chasing still, trying to keep from mounting. With the concussion mine, Tychus getting blocked off a bit. Can they move on to it? Diablo trying to go for third. There's the dash, but looks like Team Dynamics gonna get Tychus and Hanzo away, but this is a boss immediately started here. Red does have enough for a turn-in, so they could boss and turn-in. Try to open up a win condition in this top lane. We'll see if they can do it. That was a good turnaround there for ReGen, but they're still behind in this game by quite a bit. The large amount of soak here in the bottom going to push up to this and threaten the keep wall if they're not careful. Are they going to go? Are they going to send anyone back, or are they just going to straight turn in and hard push top? Looks like it's just going to be a turn in into a hard top push. Diablo goes in. Malfurion's not going to be able to save that. Last right's going to claim Diablo. That was Souls, so he'll be back up. Genji now trying to get onto Muramask. Muramask, though, going to turn around. Now protected, by the way. We're trying to reflect that damage, but Stormbow going to claim the kill. Professor Bobo going to be a next fall. The question is, does Penguin for the win get out? Penguin for the win. Going to be able to get away. But boss and turn-in, and they may get fort. They are going to get fort. They're not going to get keep wall. They spent a lot of their gems there. I think they only had somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20 left. And they may have lost those. Taking a gander. Yeah, they're down to 16 gems now. Feels bad, man. Also, So Lucky silence. Rip. Here we go. Junkrat pushing up. I'm going to clear up this mid lane. So, 16 for both teams. Looking at the talents, once again, everything seems pretty straightforward. The Steady Blade is kind of interesting, rather than the other one. I can't remember the name of the other talent I see. But here comes Diablo. Now, Diablo has not built a single charge stack yet. There's the Entomb, but Diablo getting flipped out of it. Charges back in, but dies actually before the charge lands. Now there's the Warlord challenge, and ReGen is just about to get launched off the map. Murda getting chased down. Murda, no way he's getting away from this. Now it's just So Lucky and Penguin for the win running away, but this is now 14 to 7 kills favoring Dynamics. And now they have enough gems for that turn-in. Only 3 gems left, none turned in on the side of ReGen. So this is starting to look rough. Bot lane is softened up. Top lane, there's no wall, but the lane's pushed out a bit. So we are seeing Dynamics focus here onto the bot lane. So Lucky and Penguin for the win, having to run away. Penguin for the win, gonna full back here. Murda gonna come back up soon. So they will have 5. But Diablo, only 17 souls, has not built a single stack of Devastating Charge. Not sure what the Soul Shield is there for, in terms of spell damage. There's not a lot on the other team. Because even Tychus Grenade is chaos damage. So Lucky diving in, Cyber Agility out, he's done. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or if he was expecting to be able to get out, but either way, that did not work out in favor of ReGen. And now Leoric getting separated. Lacerite's going to claim another. That's 6 stacks of Lacerites. Does open up the possibility of Angel of Death if it's even needed at this point. 2 dead. Web Weavers are up. If they don't go core, they can at least go mid-keep. And it looks like that's going to be their focus now. Treant comes up, trying to separate the team out with the root. None collect anyone. Concussion Mine, separating out Summer Ash. Summer Ash blowing the self-unstoppable. Garrosh into the fray. Malthael to get away, but that is bot and mid-keep down. And Diablo going for the chase. There's the taunt into the APOC. Gonna get some damage. Riptire, can it secure the kill onto Ravenex? It does not, but the Dragon Blade might. There it is. Dragon Blade securing the kill. Now Captain Muramask gonna be able to potentially get away. So Lucky is with that Reaper's Mark on it. Tychus trying to get away, but Murda gonna secure the kill. So that time they managed to land the combo and engage. But either way, that is now 20s on the side of Team Dynamics. Now, both teams with very, very few gems. So it's going to be very difficult for ReGen to get back into this. Looking like they want to go for the invade here. They find Captain Muramask. Body blocks are there. Muramask goes down. Malthael going to try to rotate into the back. Tempest almost finding Professor Bobo. Dragon's Arrow comes in with the play of the game. Intercepted there by Junkrat. So Lucky going in. So Lucky with the protected. Tempest down to 100 health. Gonna survive for now, but health bars are low enough. Taking a look at those damage numbers. And those healing numbers. And those tanking numbers. Boss being started here. Aggressive play. They do have the Entomb. They do have the Twilight Dream. They do have the Riptire. So they have tools to claim it. They will have APOC. Garrosh won't be up. So I guess, I mean, you can claim this, but the issue is you now have 2 Katas stacked on bot, so there's no way you can push with this as 5. 2 Katas on bot, 1 Kata on top. Their core is going to start taking shield damage. Full backs coming in. And still nowhere near Globe Turn-In. You know, if they could just get a Spider Turn-In, they could push these lanes out with it. But this boss, I mean, it's going to push top. It might get keep wall. It's an 18-minute boss, so it hurts. But you also have Tychus. You have Hanzo on the other side. They're going to burn it real quick. Wow, it's not even going to get the gate at this rate. I mean, it's just... It gets the gate, and that's about it. Chunks the tower a little bit, but almost no value off the boss. More or less a denial pick at this point, taking that boss, because the Team Dynamics got it would almost certainly end game. But now we see Bruiser Camp going to be taken. Blue in position to invade, not looking like they want to do it. Level 20s now for both teams. Standard talents, we have the Hellgate, we have the Silence Entomb. Always an interesting choice. If it lands on the Stukov, Stukov should die 100% of the time. You can also get it onto Hanzo, and Hanzo can't get out. It's just going to be a matter of, do they accomplish their goal? Very tense moment here. ReGen's still in this game, but they have no keep standing at all. They have to take a fight, and they have to take it soon. And they're playing this way too patient for a team that has 3 lanes bearing down catapults on their core. Top lane already pushed in quite a bit. They either need to take the fight now, or they need to get the hell out. Still hanging around. Are they going to send anyone? Genji looking like he's heading top to clear the lane. Kupalin going to start backing up. Could mount up. There it is. Ooh, but here comes a flank attempt. Garrosh going for the flank. There's the grenade. Dragon's Arrow. Gets two there with the stun. Professor Bobo trying to ice block. Hellgate going to be used to double up that APOC, but Malfurion going to go down, as does Diablo, as does Murda. They dive onto Hanzo with that silence, but so lucky now. Going to be the next to fall into that Odin. And it's going to be a very, very lonely Junkrat defending this core, and I don't think he's going to succeed. The big red button is there. It's going to absolutely chunk. Get the shields down quick. They don't have the best siege damage here, but Tychus is okay. Now, Malthael, terrible. Garrosh, not great. Riptire, they need to focus onto the Tychus, but it's actually going to get cleaned up by the controlled chaos there. And that is going to be the game. So, Team Dynamics taking game number one. Looking... They tried to push a couple advantages too hard and didn't push them incredibly well, but Team Dynamics winning that one. And, you know, ReGen's got to go back to the drawing board. I think a lot of it just came down to unwise choices by some of the members in terms of when to engage. There were a lot of situations where it's like, oh, I can kill that guy. And it's like, you're not going to 100-0 a guy by yourself. And so it seemed like they were so tunnel-visioned in on, like, okay, let's go for a kill on that guy, that they completely ignored how dangerous diving in was. That happened on just multiple heroes throughout the game, so they're really going to have to clean that up if they're going to come back here in game number 2, which will be on Battlefield of Eternity. So we're going to get that set up, so we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming series. Team Dynamics up 1-0 in this series here against ReGen. We're going to close out the series. This is their map choice. It is Battlefield of Eternity. Ironically, one of the maps that tends to be the shortest. Hanzo going to be banned out first here. Very quick Hanzo ban. Tempest seems to be amused by this fact. Meanwhile, second ban being thought about a bit by Team Dynamics. Could look at a few different options here. Phoenix is bannable if you're worried about burn. Diablo strong on the map. If it's picked up, if it's something ReGen has showed, Abba is bannable on the map. It's gonna be the Maiev ban. So just not wanting to deal with the separation that Maiev brings. Here we go. First pick available. Do you get something to burn the Immortal? Something like the Phoenix here? Do you get something that does well in separation, like Garrosh or Diablo? It's gonna be Phoenix. On the other side, you could grab a support, you could grab a tank. In terms of Immortal burn, Greymane is still up. So if you want to get that, you'd have to take it now. You could also go into something like Sonya later if you really want the Garrosh or the Diablo. Can be pretty strong into the Phoenix. We'll have to see which direction Team Dynamics wants to go. Gonna go with the Diablo. Could set up a Genji later. What are the next two picks here? If you want Malfurion, you have to take him now. But do you want Malfurion or do you want the cleanse? It's hard to tell. Gonna be the Garrosh. Gonna be Greymane, so trying to control the Immortal burn here with the standard Immortal burning assassins. The top three in the current meta being Hanzo, Greymane, Phoenix. Ban 1, take 2. Technically leaves up an option like a Vala, but Vala is just incredibly squishy. Phoenix can absolutely delete Vala. You'd have to go into something like Tassadar to keep her up. Could do it. I don't expect to see it competitively at this level. So that does leave you... We've seen a little bit of Artanis. You could go Malthael. You could go Li Ming. We'll have to see. As far as bans go, Malfurion seems like an obvious choice. If you're worried about Medivh, you could ban it. I don't know if they are. I'm going to ban out Lucio. Interesting. Perhaps a scouted ban. The Lucio would allow strong engage by the Garrosh. And it would also, the sound barrier could deny something like an all-in. Do we potentially see something like a Kerrigan come out here? Medivh gonna get banned. But Malfurion is still up. Let's see. What are we gonna get here? We're gonna get... Imagine a solo laner. Could see the Sonya. That's gonna be Thrall Blaze. So Thrall can actually follow up the Diablo flip with a root. Blaze can charge in, but they need something to follow up with it hard. There's Kharazim. This is potentially... We want to blow up that guy as a comp. But what's the last pick? They need a solo unless they're going to have Phoenix solo. Sonya's available. Leoric is up, which they showed last game. Zeratul. Okay. So, Zeratul. It's been a while since I've seen him. It's weird now, because the problem was he was great for the VP and the rewind. And now his rewind is better, but he loses VP if he takes it. Last pick, gotta be a ranged damage dealer. Gotta be one that can survive Zeratul. So certainly not Avala. And it's gotta be one that's decent on the Immortal Burn. Li Ming's a possibility, just because she can blink away, but not really a great one. What's it gonna be? I honestly don't know. It's gonna be the Li Ming. But there's definitely going to be a big dive onto Li Ming. Now that said, I mean, just based on skill, I mean, I would give the edge to Dynamics here, looking at this draft. Just based on what we saw in the last game. The Zeratul pick is just weird to me, but I think everyone expected that to be weird on the side of ReGen. They definitely have potential to blow someone up. But the only people they can really blow up are Stukov and Li Ming. Now, Li Ming has a teleport, so you'd have to say Vorpal Blade. Stukov, gonna be pretty vulnerable until level 10, but then he could have the Flailing Swipe or the Massive Shove. I'll be interested to see the Zeratul build. I haven't actually played Zeratul in a while. There was a while there where I was grinding Zeratul real hard just because I found it helped me climb the ladder in Hero League. But then I went back to my pleb support ways. Let's see. We're gonna jump into game number 2. Team Dynamics looking to close out the series. ReGen looking to find a map win. They are desperate for one. Over here on the left, it's going to be Raven X on Stukov, Captain Murmask going to be on Diablo, Summer Ash onto the Blaze, Darabo going to be on Li Ming, and Tempest going to be on Thrall. And over here on the right, it's going to be Murda on Phoenix. Looks like Phoenix might actually be in the solo lane. Going to be so lucky on the Zeratul. Penguin for the win. Going to be on the Greymane. Professor Bobo on the Kharazim, and Kupalin going to be on the Garrosh. Taking a look at the builds. It is Iron Fist Kara. So they're very all in. And actually, we're seeing a Q build Zeratul here, which I've heard is the new build, but I haven't played him since, I've only played him a few times since his rework. He is a fun hero to play, but, yeah. They're all going Crash Lightning. That is going to be difficult to get value with on the lanes, but in the poke fights over the Immortals, it actually could be pretty valuable here. It is definitely a niche challenge choice now, especially when it got pretty heavily nerfed where now even finishing the quest doesn't give that guaranteed damage, which I think is fair. It still is quite a lot of poke. I mean, it's an extra 360 damage. And even though that doesn't scale, that is just a huge amount. Zeratul potentially looking at a flank. Gonna be seen here by Li Ming. Not as stealthy as he used to be. Zeratul trying to land the talents. But it's hard to... You don't really want to dive underneath. Zeratul actually gonna go and do a little dance. There's another stack of Crash Lightning, up to 2. Phoenix pushing the lane pretty hard here, Murda is. And because he can trade, it's just a matter of, like, just back up when your shields get low. But here comes the engage, trying to get onto Muramask, but doesn't get it. Stukov with the heal. I've been seeing this talent, Adrenaline Stimpack, a lot from Blaze, and I'm still not used to it, because I've always seen the Unstoppable or the mana and cooldown reduction just get more fire out. But maybe that is the way to build it, and maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe first insights when the hero came out were not the best insights. Could be. Could be. But Stukov holding up well against this poke. Thrall already 5 stacks of Crash Lightning. So lucky, blinking just out of that orb. Now Phoenix is already working the siege camp. But his shields are going to drop. Summer Ash is actually going to check this up, I think. And now that Murda's shields are down, he may want to let this leash. This is... Here comes Zeratul moving in. There's the stun. Zeratul coming in. There's the Pyromaniac, though. Murda is very low. Murda teleporting aggressively here. Needs to be a bit careful, but they do manage to get the kill on Summer Ash and the Khazra camp. It's a big win for ReGen up in this top lane. They are going to give up Khazra and bot, but they're going to double up camps here. Kupalin B-stepping that Merc camp. That's right, you B-step that Merc camp. Merc camp's a sucker-ass bitch.
I shall purge your evil from this land, demon.
But Khazra camp gonna push up with the Bruiser. So gonna have to double clear the top. Bruiser camp was not picked up here in the bottom lane. Because of that pickoff, I believe. Stun there on the Li Ming. 5v4. Here comes Blaze, so this is going to be a 5v5 here. Now, it's okay if you're red to let the camps push here, I think, and try to continue to keep blue here. Zeratul in a position to potentially go for someone who sticks their neck out. Blue camp gonna get cleared up. Red camp still pushing top, and they're gonna get the wall easy. Here comes the engage, though. Kupalin gets separated from the team. Karazin trying to heal out. Kupalin, though, gonna go down. Now it's a full retreat here. Penguin for the win. Here comes So Lucky, trying to poke some damage in. Professor Bobo and Penguin for the win. Very low. Murda, no shields. Needs to be careful. That is a temporary win. So Lucky gonna dismount some people and blink away. Needs to be careful, though. Dodges Li Ming. But right now, I mean, this fort is under attack. Summer Ash going to clear it up, but it is 2 camps on it. And the fort has taken already quite a bit of damage. Now, they are ahead on the Immortal, but this could actually work out because ReGen does have better straight burn. So Lucky going to try to be disruptive here. Moving on to Muramask, getting the slow, getting the poke damage. Phoenix already chunking this Immortal. And this is going to be ReGen getting the first objective here, and actually having pretty good lead on the map. Getting that top wall. This was very well played, I think, by ReGen. I think it was very well played by them. Gonna move towards this bottom. Who's gonna go top? It's gonna be Phoenix. Now, we do have the Spirit ally picked up, rather than the Block ally. Kind of surprising, just into the Diablo, who actually has decent auto-attack damage, into the Stukov, into the Thrall, but I can respect the need for a little bit of extra heals to deal with the Li Ming poke. Silence at the gate, trying to save the cannon towers as long as possible. Immortal Shield's about to go down, but still has the health bar. There goes the wall. But here we go. Ermask getting onto So Lucky. So Lucky blinking away. Tempest now being the focus. Tempest going to go down. Got a little bit ahead of the rest of the team. That is going to be a fort. And now with Phoenix pushing in onto Summer Ash up top, ReGen's actually in a good position here. So Lucky needs to back out. So Lucky lives. Some would say despite his best efforts.
The demon's attack has failed. Yet
But
we have not seen the end of him.
that is fort and fort wall and everything down bottom. That is a level and a half lead for ReGen. They're moving up. They're going to get the Khazra camp, and they're going to try to get double forts here and use that to pressure their way to a quick level 10. And when you have that Kharazim Greymane, this stuff's going to melt. And that's one problem, is that there's a lot of potential to get kills on the side of Team Dynamics, but there's not a lot of way to get siege damage. In this map, you definitely need the Immortal Burn. But even better is being able to just walk up and take structures here, not just waiting for the Immortal. Because then you can make sure your camps get more value. As we see a Bruiser camp now moving in. The focus on the Kharazim. He does get into the fray over the wall there. Good Radiant Dash to the Garrosh. You can save him. So Lucky. Gonna rotate down. Gonna tap and potentially join this fight. 5v5 here in the bot lane. Blue looking to disengage. They are gonna have to deal with this Khazra camp up in the top lane. Gonna cede the Khazra camp in bot lane, however, to the side of ReGen.
We immortals shall return before long.
Raven X in the bush. There's no camp to invade here. I think they're just looking for maybe a bad rotation. I'm really surprised that ReGen did not take the Khazra camp. I think they're moving into it now. But they also have not taken their Bruiser camp. They walked up, I think, looking for some kind of gank, but there was really no camp to gank. Now, Zeratul is invisible here. Keep this in mind. He is invisible if he doesn't move. But already, camp being worked on. Very safe rotations here, but that's 50% for free.
I move to new ground.
Level 10s are here, so they can't really contest. We do have the Might of Nerazim, I should say. Might of the Nerazim. I don't know. I don't know StarCraft lore. But that is the rewind, the pseudo rewind. It becomes a full rewind at 20. We do have the Salvo, the Taunt, the Divine Palm, rather than the 7-sided, so still playing a little bit relevant to the support. And then we have Go for the Throat. Now, at this point, Kupalin moving in, and they actually just want to go for the fight here. Stun gets interrupted there by the silence, but Muramask in a lot of trouble. Taunt going to secure the kill. Murda is a bit low on the shielding, needing to back up, let it recharge, but this should be a 100% Immortal going over to the side of ReGen. I'm surprised they aren't just taking it, because now, by the time they get it, Blaze will have found a way to soak 10. I think if they took it earlier, they might have been able to push up. But still, they got a kill on Diablo, so he's not going to stack souls for a bit, so maybe a bit too nitpicky. But they're in great shape right now. And now they're breaking out the side gate. Need to be careful of Diablo flipping someone over the wall, kind of like that. They get the gate out, though. So it enables the potential to kind of go for some crazy action. It's kind of one of those, like, I guess what else are we doing on the map right now type deals. Bruiser camp is cleared up. The wall is not really damaged functionally. But here we go. Greymane is going for that extra range on auto attack, so going to be able to play a lot safer here. So Lucky looking potentially for the blink over the wall, probably onto Raven X. Does get onto Raven X. There's the separation. Vorpal Blade. Taunt coming in. Bunker trying to save. Divine Palm onto Garrosh, but he doesn't actually die. He dies right after the Divine Palm ends. Need to turn around and just die intentionally there, I think. Murda coming in with the salvo, trying to trade out damage. There's a root. Murda gonna go down. Kind of a repeat of last game there. Hard focus on diving to get a single kill. And they get it, but it kind of like at what cost? And now So Lucky playing a little bit greedy again. Once again for kind of some pretty meaningless poke damage into Stukov.
The demon has fallen, but he will rise again in time.
That keeps still standing. Now, Zeratul, what's the health at it? Zeratul probably could not combo that. That would take like a full rewind combo at 20. So, he's not going to be able to dive that for free. They're going to need to be able to get a camp onto it. Greyman actually working on that now. Gonna back up. Blue off the map for them. So Lucky gonna do the full B. Top camp gonna get taken. Greyman needs to be careful. He is alone up here. Diablo could shadow charge. And then body block. Khazra camp is here top. Bruiser camp gonna be up in a minute. It's gonna be very important for Blue to make sure they clear that up. Might even be worth invading just because of how low their keep is. They would have to respond to it during the Immortal phase. Potentially Immortal... No, it's 3 minutes, so it's going to be up a while. But Zeratul coming bot. There's heavy pressure coming into the bot. Stukov actually getting left a little bit behind, but there's a charge on Diablo, and that is going to be a dead Penguin. He might get away. It's going to be... And away he does get. Keep wall, though. Does it go down? I believe it does. Yes. So that is more XP. Level 13 advantage. Weren't able to do much with it. But ReGen did enough.
There is no escaping.
But here it comes, the patented Immortal Burn potential. Phoenix blinking in, getting the extra attack damage. Red winning the race hard there. About 50 to 75 almost. But now Bruiser Camp gonna get grabbed here. Blue moving into a defensive position because of the burn potential, so not realizing the Bruiser was gonna be picked up there, they didn't just race and try to burn. But now they can potentially look to cut off the rotation. All the Murda getting dove here by Diablo, trying to blink out. Captain Mermat dropping the APOC, forcing Murda to step back up into it. Here's the Earthquake into the salvo, though, countering the opposite direction. Kupalin getting very low. Kerosene, though, goes down onto the backside. Li Ming chasing So Lucky. Li Ming going to secure the kills. Also, Garrosh going down. And that is a huge teamfight win for Team Dynamics, who are now taking potentially their first Immortal of the game here. They do need to send someone to deal with this camp. It is a heavy wave. Looks like Blaze is going to be the nominee to do just that. Charging away just to make sure he doesn't get dismounted. Phoenix potentially just moving it. What is... I think Phoenix just maybe moving here into solo lane. Needs to be careful though. This Immortal is going to come bottom. Salvo is now... Murda is in a lot of trouble. JK, perfectly timed. Blaze still clearing up this Bruiser camp, so it's going to be a 5-man defense against 4 in the Immortal. It's Immortal at about half shields, though. Li Ming keeping the Disintegrate Beam onto So Lucky. So Lucky now needing to back out, getting extra speed from Kerosene. There's a stun from Diablo. So Lucky now a throw in onto it, but a huge Divine Palm there by Professor Bobo. And that is going to keep So Lucky alive. 11 turnaround kill, but Blaze getting turned around, and now Li Ming is just popping off with the resets. But Li Ming actually goes down there. Got the kill onto Phoenix. Popped out a lot of damage, but still went down. Ford is going to go down here. But that actually is a pretty great defense on the side of ReGen. As they're only going to lose a fort. Maybe a cannon tower. They're going to lose a cannon tower, but that's level 16 for both teams. Khazra Camp going to get taken top by Blue. Red has not been able to take this keep yet. ReGen really wanting it. Only 1731. Zeratul could actually combo that now. Khazra Camp going to get taken. Looks like they're going to potentially steal Bruiser. Or they're just going to backdoor. One of the two. They see the Khazra Camp taken, so they are going to go for the keep. Here it comes. Kupalin moving in. Untouchable. Or unstoppable, excuse me. Now all 5 members are here and using actually the gate to retreat now. So advantage that was broken out, but there's the double root. Kupalin So Lucky, so low. Divine Palm used onto Kupalin, but he does manage to get away. And now Professor Bobo just trying to buy time for the rest of the team to get out. But that is 2 kills, 3 kills. Was it worth? Depends on what Team Dynamics is able to do with this 3-man advantage. They should easily take top fort if they want it, but looks like they're going to focus bot keep. Or are they? Stukov is here. They're at least going to get bottom cannon. They're trying to walk their minions up.
I will reach your position shortly.
They have time, 10 seconds until Zera's up. Garrosh could try to flip someone over the wall, though. And it would be deadly if it happened. Oh, and he flips Stukov over, and that is... Oh, but the sidewall gets broken out. Here comes the engage. Can they get a turnaround kill? No, they can't. And now Greyman actually diving into Summer Ash, blowing the Pyromaniac. Kupalin, though, went too deep. Blows the Adamo, but still going to go down. So Lucky trying to go in on for the kill. But now So Lucky going to get chased down here by the Disintegrate Beam. Professor Bobo diving in onto the Li Ming. Now diving in on Blaze, getting kill. Professor Bobo, though, goes down. And now that's the Vine Palm onto Professor Bobo. He's still alive. Garrosh and Zeratul are both down, though. Murda dives deep, trying to get the kill, but Li Ming going to do it. Wow. Oh my goodness. Like that, ReGen could have had such a strong potential to come back there. If they just took the Stukov and just walked the fuck away, they win this Immortal phase. But they committed to a fight and went after the Stukov kill, 3 deaths for 1 kill. And that now it's just, you have to say, straight up mistake. No, nothing else to even say about it. Just a straight up mistake. You have Greyman, they're going to burn a lot of health off the shield, but they're not going to keep up with 5 members. And, oh boy. Trying to just get the burn. Greyman now having the heightened attack speed, but there's just too much of a lead for blue. Still, though, shield's greatly reduced. Camp started here by Murda. This is going to go top. Bruiser can't picked up here by blue. Red going to defend top. Blue going to push top. Now, with the keep down, 4 Katas, in fact, were stacked up here, but they're going to get cleaned up. I think if ReGen just took the Stukov and cut their losses. So Lucky, playing pretty greedy into the fray there onto So Lucky to make sure he gets out. This Immortal does get burned quick, but the fort is down, so it's still a further retreat here. There's the APOC combo on to Phoenix. There's the Silence. Divine Palm, though, going to secure the survival for the time being, but the Silence just doesn't move. And now it's Phoenix down, but Thrall going down as well. So Lucky trying to get away. There's the Untouchable. So Lucky, though, going to get taken down behind the wall there by the Diablo W. Trying to get kills onto Li Ming, but once again, just not the cleanest disengage. And not positive traits here for ReGen. Team Dynamics doing a good job, though. That was a good poem, but just because of the silence.